Did not
Are
get
we
the.
live?
We are live.
Hey, hi Facebook. Hey YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a notification.
No.
No. Did you get one?
Mm-mm. I don't know. I didn't look. Hold on. Wait.
Hey,
Let me stop
Tracy.
sharing. Hi Tracy. Let me see one thing. Hold on. Keep going. Go, Renee. Let's
Where
talk.
am I going?
No, let's talk about it. What are we talking about today?
Our topic tonight, we're talking about what's plaguing America. And we are focusing on the crime and the killings that has been going on lately. So tonight is kind of like a heavy topic, but it's something that we definitely need to talk about and focus on, because a lot of the crimes that have been committed recently, since the pandemic, has basically occurred amongst young people, ages 15, 16, that are killing people.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to talk about it and focus on that tonight. But before we get into the first slide, I want to say last month I was watching the news in DC. The mayor has started this training for people in the community. They're kind of like peacemakers, is what they're calling them. But one of them said, the news person asked him, he said, "Can you tell me why the crime rate is so high?" And he said the young people now in the inner cities are taking the game Call of Duty, and they're actually making it like something that's real life. So
Wow.
basically they're killing people saying, "I got one, I got two." So people are not people to them. They're basically just body counts like they would have on the game.
Wow.
So when he said that, I was like these kids have actually taken a game and made it real life, not understanding the consequences that are going to come behind this.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing is because like you are no respect of life,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
and that's a sad place to be,
Yes, it
you
is.
know. Um, it's scary,
Yeah.
but it's a sad place to be.
Yes, it is. It is. And though there are many situations, we pulled some situations out of the news that happened in different states. And this first incident here, this 15-year-old boy, the young man in a white t-shirt, he was at school. His younger brother was beside him, and the guy right here with the twist, if you want to
Hmm.
call it, walked up to him and shot him. And the young man in the white shirt died 2 days later. And the mom was saying that her son played football, he was active. And the sad part is, the young man with the braids in his head was actually the other young man's friend. They were friends on social media. So, and for him to feel comfortable at 15 to walk up into the school and shoot somebody in the middle of school and run. And basically that's what happened. And he's being charged as an adult.
Did it ever say why?
They are still trying to find the motive behind why he shot and killed him.
Not that there is any reason that he should have shot and killed
Yeah,
him, but you're like, and especially like if they are you're saying, oh, they're friends. And I think now people tend to take that term way too loosely.
yeah,
Because to me, a friend is going to make sure that you're safe. They're going to make sure that you're going to stay on the right track.
yes,
They're going to do their best to make sure that you're good. and they're not going to do anything to harm you.
Yes. And
You know?
when you were talking, Angie, and you said friend, and how we use that word lightly, we do use
Mhm.
it lightly. And we have to, now, the time that we're in, where the world is getting wickeder and
Mhm.
wiser, we
Mhm.
have to look at, like you said, the people that are around us. I don't know what happened to Angie.
I'm still here.
Oh, we have to look at the people that are around us. And when I say that, you have to pay attention to somebody. Are they competing with you? Do it seem like every time I do something, you want to do it? We have to pay attention sometimes to the warning signs. And not saying that this kid, because they're kids, you don't expect for your friend to want to shoot and kill you. But
Right.
as adults and as we get older, you do have to pay attention to certain signs, people characteristics, to,
Mhm.
are you for me or are you against me? So you do have to pay attention to that.
Yeah. Indeed. Indeed, you definitely need to pay attention. And I think that we really need to, as parents, as aunties, uncles, godparents, all of that, just adults, period. Like, we need to check in with our kids and
Yes.
see where they are mentally. Because, like, what was really going on with this young guy that he felt the need to, or, he thought it was okay to go and shoot somebody, to take somebody's life. We don't know. And that's why we have to check in with people, see where they are in their, in their mental, because you watching all these video games, these reality shows, all this horror stuff, all this stuff that's crazy, and like violence is being so glorified, and you're watching this, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's real. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. Even what looks real is not real. We don't live with, a lot of these celebrities or these gangsters. Now, some people, okay, fine, that's they have to survive. you know they're living, and they're there, and they're in places where they have to survive, which is still sad, because it's like it's a ugly, vicious cycle. So, and a lot of times, like, we don't have to, there's you don't there's I don't know. We want to
I
go.
agree with you. DeCarlo was on the show, and we all know his testimony. Like, he was shot over 16 times. He posted something this week, and I read it, and I was just like, he said a lot of people, they want to glamorize this. I'm paraphrasing. They want to glamorize this life and try to fake it, but I live the life that they want. That they want. And
Right.
it's like, that's not the life that you should want to glamorize.
Right. It's like the people that do go through that life. A lot of them don't want to be there. They don't. They don't
Exactly.
want to be there. Yep, I remember it was one of my younger cousins. He was saying that, and he was like, um, man, I wish, because he lives in the city, and he's like, man, I wish I did, live out here in Maryland, and had an opportunity, and was able to really, be comfortable with going outside. And he was like, man, I want to come on this side, and y'all trying to get over there. He was
Yes.
like, yeah, no. So,
Yeah, that is,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. All right, we want to move on to the next.
we can.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
So this incident was on the news a couple of days ago in Philadelphia. It was a group of teenagers who had just finished a scrimmage game, and they're saying that three guys came out dressed in all black, and they believe it was, when I read it, they said it was over 60 rounds that was shot at these young people. A 14-year-old died. The 17-year-old, he said that he was able to get away. The guy shot him in the leg. As the guy shot him in the leg, he stood over him and emptied his gun into him. He survived, but he said the only reason that the guy stopped was because the gun had got stuck and he
Mhm.
ran out of bullets. So
Wow.
they ambushed these kids, leaving a game. A 14-year-old lost his life, and the other kids were shot. They're saying that they believe these were juveniles who made this shooting. Who, it was juveniles who did this.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
This says, including the victims of Tuesday's shootings, 178 children have been shot in Philadelphia so far this year, and 23 died. There were 213 children shot in 2021, a year that ended with a record number of homicides. If 178 children have been children, it's September. Children. Now I know that these kids can, they can get out of hand. They got a whole lot of stuff going on. And but children, this makes me I don't even know. I'm just, because they're 14. They're in elementary schools, they're in middle schools, like children.
yeah. And we as parents, as adults, we have to realize the time that, I keep saying it, but the time that we are in. The enemy is taking out these babies before they even have an opportunity to know what life is. And to me, even the last story where the 15-year-old is being charged as an adult for murder, he's
Right.
done with.
Right.
So to me, his family has lost a child, and the young man who died, their family lost a child. Here we are now again, this 14-year-old parents is planning his funeral when a lot of kids now are getting ready to go to homecoming, but they're planning their child's funeral. And it's because society has made it to where it's okay for these kids to be out in the street. It's okay for them to have this mentality. I don't care. You're not going to do nothing to me. And it's like somebody has to decide that some things have to change. Just like you said, 178 kids were shot and killed. 178 kids that will never see the light of day. They will
No,
never
no,
be
no,
able to
no,
experience.
no, Renee. It says 178 have been shot.
Were shot.
23 have died.
But even for
I
them to
mean,
be
even,
shot,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
saying, yeah,
mentally, I know they're messed up.
yeah,
For you to be a
yeah,
child and you're shot.
yeah,
So it's like what is going on? What can we do as society to change this?
yeah. We really, yeah, because nobody wins in the
No.
end. Because, like you said, yes, okay, this is too, but that's right, Trace. Nobody wins, because in both families have lost their child.
Yeah.
He's 14, 15, 14, however old he is, being tried as an adult. And you go into once you get into the system, you get in there, that your life really changes, you know? And now it's just so sad to me. Like I just we have to do better. Like we really have to I don't even know. Cuz I mean, it's like you say, okay, well, the consequences need to be stricter. But does that really help? You know what I'm saying? Like people aren't afraid. They're not afraid to go to jail because it's being glorified. Oh yeah, I did time. Seriously? I've been
Yeah.
shot.
Or they put
Really?
free, now the new thing is on your social media page, on the bio, you put free such and such, or free my brother, or free my sister, and they're glorifying that. And I'm like, that's not nothing to glorify. And we have to look at the fact too. I know when I was 14 and 15, I made some stupid decisions because
Hmm.
I just mentally I wasn't prepared for the world, but I wanted to be in the world.
Right.
So as parents and as adults, we have to try to shape these kids' mindset. If I'm letting you play Call of Duty all day and I'm letting you listen to this music that's calling people all these names and saying I done shot up the store, I done robbed such and such, that's getting
Right.
in you.
Right.
That's
Right.
shaping who you are, whether we know it or not, but it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And it really is. And I think that they're being exposed to way too much too early.
Exactly.
They don't know how to handle these things. As adults, there's something we don't even know how to handle these certain
Exactly.
things, but you're here and you're just like, oh well, keep them quiet. Oh, they know that it's not real, but do they?
Yeah.
Obviously, like, do you value your life? And I
Yeah.
think that has a lot to do with it too. Like, do you value your life? Do you value your life enough to make better decisions?
Exactly.
You know, um, what does it say? I
Candace says, shaking my head, the violence and it's all over. In my home country, the black on black violent ends is ridiculously high.
yeah,
And that's what it is. That's
yeah,
exactly what it is. We will get upset, and I know some people may not like this, but we get upset when a white officer goes after a black child and kills them. We are ready to go out in the street and protest, tear the city down, burn it, and everything else. But when you see a black on black crime, I don't hear any protesting. All I
right.
hear is I'm not a snitch. I can't tell.
That part, because I think was I was reading something. I was reading something. I don't know if it was about this story or what, but I was reading and they were saying, and this is so sad because, well, this is so sad because nobody's going to tell
No.
to say who did it, because we live in this society of snitches get stitches. Listen, how would you feel if somebody knew who was the murderer? Because that's what these people are. They're
Yeah.
murderers of your loved one. And I know that, no, yes, they could go to jail forever. They could get whatever it is. They'll never bring them back. But also you have to look at it. If they feel like if they've gotten away with it one time,
That's right.
9 times out of 10, they'll do it again.
That's right.
And then also it does, it brings some sense of closure to the family that has lost a loved one, that there's going to be some type of justice that's going to be served for them. And I mean, it I don't know why I was thinking about it on the way home today, but like, just thinking of you know years ago with my daughter's father. He was murdered, and although they did catch the guy who murdered him, my daughter has to live with that always. His mother has to live with that always. His sisters, you can't bring them back. It's final. Death is so final. Like, there is no bringing them back. And you just have to realize when you're doing these things, the lives that you are affecting. Because now, just to think about it, this happened to my daughter's father. You've affected his entire family. But also, my daughter was young at the time when it happened, but that's going to leave a scar on her. And if she's unable to heal from that, that will can carry on to her children, her children's children. That's, I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is heavy for me. Okay. You want to go to the next one?
We can.
Okay.
So this right here, when I heard this statement, I was highly upset. I'm still upset. Um, Basically, this rapper was killed in California, and it has two sides to this one. The first one, the person who they arrested was a 17-year-old and his father who was running from the police, and a female. But the 17-year-old, they're saying, was the one who pulled the trigger, who killed the rapper. So it's like he was with his father when he pulled out a gun, robbed somebody, and shot and killed him. But the fact that his father was right there with them is what's like, wow, like really?
This is what you're teaching your son?
Exactly. At 17, he's gone. He is gone.
We got to do better.
We do. We do. And also, this rapper here made the comment and it went viral. He was saying that it's okay if you rob somebody, but you shouldn't kill them.
Neither one of those are okay. Neither one.
And I'm just like, how do you? So you're telling me that it's okay for somebody to walk up to you being a rapper and say, "Oh, I want what you got. I'm gonna rob you, but if I don't kill you, I'm good. You can't get upset." The mind, are you kidding me?
That's not cool.
It's not.
People work hard for this stuff, and it's not fair or right or okay for you to just come up and be like, "Oh, let me have it because I feel like I want it." Go get your own. That's not cool. Because, okay, you rob somebody. That's a traumatic situation. Which, okay, you didn't murder them, but you left them with in a traumatic situation. So there's something that, now they have to live with that for the rest of their lives. Everybody doesn't is not able to bounce back from certain things. So now I'm afraid to walk down um that now I'm afraid to walk down the street. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what is going on. That's right. Wrong is wrong. You want something, go work for yours. And no, robbing somebody is not cool. You on mute.
I really feel like he should be held accountable for making that statement. You use your platform to go live and to say that it's okay to rob somebody as long as you don't kill them. We have to be careful when we have an audience or a platform. I don't care if you have 5 people on your social media page. What you say and what you put out there, somebody is going to take that to heart. And somebody's going to actually say, oh, he said it's all right to rob somebody. As long as I don't kill you, I'm good. No,
Well, listen, you better be careful what you put out in the atmosphere.
that's
Because when
right.
somebody come to rob you, and
Exactly.
they be like, yeah, but I ain't kill you though.
Yeah, we have to, and that's another thing. You have to be so careful with how
Mhm,
you use your platforms, your
mhm.
phone, social media, whatever it is,
Yeah.
because somebody is watching. People may not say anything, but they're watching.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
his comment sparked a lot of a reaction from a lot of people.
Well, like you said, you think he should be held accountable. This getting out is holding him accountable
Yeah,
because I'm sure that now there's a lot of people that are like, say what now? So that
exactly.
means that I can't trust you. So it's probably gonna be a whole lot of people that's gonna be like, I'm backing up because I can't trust you with that.
Yeah, This whole situation is sad. I pray for the 17-year-old. I pray for the rapper who was killed, his family, because they're saying his girlfriend was with him during the time. He has two kids that will grow up without their father, and it's just it's sad.
For what? All
Yeah,
for what? For stuff?
yeah.
I'm sick of people. Okay.
This story right here, this is a local. He was a local rapper. I want to say he was 15, but it kind of is reversed. His father said, I heard a rap, one of his raps for the first time the other day. I didn't even want to listen to it because I wanted him to go to school. He said, I got one foot in and one foot out on one of these rap songs. And basically, the father was saying that he petitioned the court to keep his son in jail. He was on probation, but the judge let him out the next day. This father is saying he encouraged his son to go to school. The father said when he would go to work, the son would sneak out the house. And he said adults around him would pick him up and encourage him to go different places and rap, his manager. So here you are, you have a father begging the court to help, and they're just letting him go. And you have adults who see the talent and they're not worried about his life. All they see is dollar signs and the talent. They're not focused on school or nothing else. So this father, to me, he did everything he could. The system didn't help him.
And that
Yeah.
let
See,
me
it's
let
I
me
begged
get my
Judge
word.
Rapio to keep him. Just keep him. The next day he was home.
And so, but then you have people who are in jail wrongly convicted. But this father is here and he's asking for help.
Yeah.
He's begging for help. What the justice system is supposed to be there to do,
Hmm.
or the juvenile justice system, or these probation officers, or even you're supposed to be there to be able to your community, your these people are supposed to be put in place to be able to help. If I'm crying out to you for you to help me
Yeah.
and you turning me away,
Yeah. They let him
and
out
I'm
the next
asking
day.
you, please give my black brown son an opportunity to live past 15, 14. I want something different for him. I'm trying and I need your help. It takes a village to raise a kid. We need to
The
get
right village, though.
what well, of course.
Yeah, because
You
he had
know,
adults around him, but instead of taking
nah,
him to school, they taking him to film videos.
I can't say what he had around him.
Well, the manager was the one who was, picking him up, whatever the case may be. The father just said that he wanted him to go to school. So that's another thing. We have to be careful who we allow to influence our kids. And the father obviously played a major role in this kid's life, but you do have some kids who are look up to adults, and unfortunately, the adults don't mean them no good.
No. And that's so sad.
It is very sad.
That just makes me so sad. And now here the father is without his son,
Yes.
and the manager then probably went on and got another talent.
Yep.
He's moved on with his life.
Yep. It says right here the manager was saying, just come on with us, is what the father said. The manager said.
And then also, I mean, it's a never ending cycle because okay, so now either one or two things is gonna happen. His boys, the manager and his boys, they done moved on with their life. He done got a little, they poured out something for the homie. I don't even know if they say that still anymore, but you know,
Yeah.
they was upset for a minute and now they've moved on with their life. Or if they have went to, if they know who it is,
Hmm.
it tell the police, but now they want to retaliate on their own. It's
Yeah.
stupid. it's just
It is. It's sad. It really is sad that you have people who will monopolize off of your gift instead of trying to encourage you to go in the right direction, to do the right thing.
right
Because during the time the video was they were creating, he was shot while they were filming a video, and the
while
father
they were
thought he was at
wow.
school. His dad thought he was at school.
And that's and if you choose, if you are, you see that this young man is talented and
Mhm.
he this is what he wants to do. Go to school. Don't come to my spot to record nothing until after school, because you still have to have something to back up something, or okay.
Yeah, yeah. So my prayers are with the father.
Yes.
In this situation, he tried to do everything he could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it is a never-ending cycle. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All
So I feel
right.
like we have to come up with some ways to grab these young people attention before the streets do, before Call of Duty do. And even with that game, I feel like somebody should be held accountable for that game. um I see a lot of young people playing that game and they taking it to heart. So I feel like something should be done, as the game maker, to say we're going to take responsibility, we're going to do something, not just leave it all on the parents. But you created this video game and kids are attached to it. Now they're trying to make a reality, but I feel like some ownership should be put on the game maker.
So what's gonna happen with the game maker is I put on there that it was adult for adults. I put on the package that, you know, this is for mature audiences only. I didn't make them buy it. The parents bought it.
You're right.
Or
I'm looking at
somebody
that
else
now.
bought it. That's the same thing that they did with cigarettes. You can't sue the cigarette company for getting cancer because on the package it says this could cause cancer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So they have their way out. They're not going to be held accountable for that.
I'm looking, and this is my first time actually like Googling Call of Duty, but it's crazy. But they have people asking, is it suitable for 8-year olds? Somebody even asked, is it suitable for a 3-year old? Is it suitable for a 10-year old? And I'm like, a 3-year old? So people are really questioning and asking, is this game okay? But it's rated mature, and it says this game earns its mature rating for violence, profanity, gore, and intense scenes.
Hmm. So they're not going to be held accountable because they put that there. And if you have to ask, is it suitable? The
You
answer
already
is
know.
no, it's not. And a 3-year-old needs to be learning their ABCs and one, two, threes. How about that?
And this game, as of July 2022, has generated $21 million in the US alone.
Of course it has. Of course it has. Because yeah, 3-year-olds.
Yes, three.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it that somebody said three, somebody said 10, somebody said eight. Is it suitable for a 3-year old to watch something that has mature, a 10-year old, mature audience only?
No, it's not. It seems as it's not suitable for a 17-year-old.
Yeah, yeah. We need to let kids be kids.
We do.
I'm serious. Let them watch their cartoons, let them play with toys as long as they want to. Well, certain cartoons.
Okay.
As long as they want to, like, let them
Yeah.
be kids. Because once they're
Yeah.
exposed to stuff like Call of Duty and different things like that, it's hard for them to get their innocence back.
It is. It is. When that one gets old, they will create another one. And that's true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yes, it
That is
is.
so true. Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They what was the other one? It's you had the Call of Duty, but there what is the one where you get out the car and they're
Grand Theft
robbing
Auto.
people? Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Because I know at one time that when that first came out, that there was a big to do about that. It ain't
Yeah.
gone nowhere. It has not gone
No.
anywhere.
No.
So yeah. And it's like, yeah, when you know, when kids are exposed to certain things, they can't unsee that. And
No.
that's why it's very important that, you know, you shield them and protect them from these certain things. They shouldn't, you know, that's why you have kids who are so promiscuous at such a young age, because they're seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing. They're hearing things that they shouldn't be hearing. That
And I agree. Miss Bernice said the iPhone. You give a kid a phone and they can get on YouTube, they're exposed to so much
right,
that
right.
we don't know about.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That's
So
what you need to monitor them. You
yes.
can't just give it to them and be like, oh, whatever.
No.
No,
Mm-hmm.
you have to monitor them
Mm-hmm.
and be like, okay, well, let me, because the world don't care.
No.
They don't care. They're it's just a free all for everything.
Yes, it
You
is.
know, I know that there's some things that are on and just some things that are on social media that will be like, oh, this is, they'll filter it out and
Yeah.
be like, this is some kind of um video or something like that, you know. And so they'll blur it out to say, do you know, click here if you really want to see it, because it's so disgusting. But even that, you can, anybody could just click it.
Yeah.
It's not asking you for a birth date or any of that.
No, it's not. It's not. So we have to pray for this generation, the
Mhm,
parents, the children, those that are around them.
mhm.
Um, we really do have to pray and monitor, and we can't hover over them, but we can protect them from certain things
Oh
by
yeah,
covering them in prayer.
yeah. You know, and a lot of times, you know, people are like, oh, you so mean and you are so overprotective, and you're no. It's because I want to allow my kids to be kids, and I
Yeah,
want to shield them from this foolishness that's out here.
that's
So
right.
you can call it what you want to call it,
That's right.
overprotective or not, because there's still some things that I wish that I would have protected my kids from. You
Yeah,
know, there's
I'm
something,
with you.
yeah. I mean, they're grown now, but you know, there were some things that I wish that I would have protected them from, so that we wouldn't have to deal with certain things at a younger age.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
so
I
yeah.
agree.
All I can say is don't try to be the cool parent.
There you go.
Don't try to just, you know, be so busy that you don't know what's going on in their life. You know,
Hmm.
take that time with your kids.
Hmm.
And even those, and even the ones, and I say this not just for the ones that you birthed, because you have your godparents, you have the aunties, the uncles, the cousins, the friends, whatever. It could, you know, if we're supposed to be the example,
Yeah.
and we have really, we're not doing a good job, y'all.
No.
We're not doing a great job.
Yeah.
You know, we have people who drag their entire family to church, but they cutting up. And not only are they cutting up, they cutting up with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, it's okay to do that. We have those who are in these, you know, in these spaces and places, and they present one way in front of people, but they act a whole different way behind closed doors. The kids are confused. They don't know. They
Yeah.
don't know. Yes, the whole village has to step up. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is that we need to do. If you say that you love the people and you are here to whatever, you want it to go forward and you're here to pour into other people, don't be afraid. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go around and beating all the kids upside the head all the time, but just give them hope. The hope
Yeah.
is on. And you see it in their actions. You see it with the suicide rates with younger kids are going up. You see with all these killings, they you know those are people who are confused about their identity. Those are people who are confused about life, period. And that's a whole nother topic, Patrice.
Yeah.
People who are confused about their identity. And yes,
Yeah.
if you're saying their identity in life, not just, what, yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You know, um, but I'm,
Yeah. We got to pray for people.
mm,
And uh, really, that's all you can do, because if people want to change, want to grow,
mhm,
then they'll realize it's me. I need to get myself together first. But you
mhm.
have to want to do it.
But see, but that's why it's important for, those um, who are still have hope
Hmm.
and can see a bigger picture.
Yeah.
We have to share that with other people, because some people they don't do it because they don't know.
Yeah.
They think that this is all that life has to offer.
Yeah.
They're thinking that, oh, you know we've all grown up in this one project, so this is all that we know.
Yeah.
It was and it still amazes me how you have people who have never been out of our little area, who've
Yeah.
never been to uh another state, who've never been to another part. You can walk across the street and be in a whole different state.
Yeah.
But when you have people who have never been out of the area,
Yeah.
you're like you're so limited. But it's because they don't know. They don't
Yeah.
know anything. Just like you don't know, you may say, I don't like Brussels sprouts, but you've never had them.
Yeah.
How can you say you don't know? At least try.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You are.
Mm-mm.
You got an Angie moment.
Try. The comfort zone is comfortable, but it limits growth. Indeed, it does.
Yes.
So yeah, just my Angie moment is, it's time. The time is now. It's not tomorrow. It's not next week. It's not next month. It's not, oh, when I get myself together.
Hmm.
The time is now for us all to pull together and to make a difference, to be the difference. No, we're not all going to be able to go out and protest. We're not going to all be able to be in certain seats, but what we can do is what we can do, and we need to do that. So if it means that, every day or whenever you have the opportunity to share hope with somebody, do that. When you ever have the opportunity to share something new with somebody, do that. Do what you have. Use the gifts that you have. Use what you have in your hand. And we have so much more in our hands and in our hearts than we realize. Use what you have and just keep building on that. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to think, oh, this is too small. What was that? It said small actions. I can't remember exactly what it said, but I'm just going to say this. Every small action will
Hmm.
create a big explosion. It'll cause something bigger. You have to build on top of those things. So don't shy away from the small things, because those are the things that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you continue to share that,
Yeah.
So yeah, be the light.
Yeah. We need
Be the
it.
light in those dark places.
We do. We need it. And like you said, share hope.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we need hope in this world today. We do. We do. And
Mm-hmm.
if you find yourself struggling with your child or niece, nephew, whatever the case may be, don't sit there and try to handle it by yourself. If you know this is overwhelming, I can't do it, find somebody that can help you get through the situation.
Indeed.
Because if you keep covering up, if you lie, all they can do is help you with is the lie. If you
That's it.
cover it up, all they can do is help you cover it up. But when you
Mm-hmm.
want help, get help before it's too late.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Set examples. We're the example.
Yes.
Walk in that. Be
Yes.
the example. And you don't even have to do a lot of talking. People don't want to hear a lot of talking.
No.
They're gonna see people hear what you do, not what you say.
Yeah.
And I know what I just said. I said they hear what you do,
Yeah.
because action speaks louder than words. You can talk all day. You can talk the talk. People have learned how to talk the talk.
Yeah.
But what they say, you gotta walk the walk.
There you go.
So yes, set the example. Use what you have, not what you see others with. That's right. That's right. Because they will reach who they're supposed to reach. And
Hmm.
it's our job and our purpose, our responsibility to reach the people that are connected to us. So,
Amen.
mhm.
Amen. Well, this was a topic tonight. We got some, yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
very heavy. It was
yes,
very, very heavy.
yes, but it
Um,
was definitely something that was needed for this time.
mhm,
If you have any topics you want us to talk about, please inbox us, text us, whatever. Let us
mhm.
know. We'll do our research
That's right.
and we'll talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a good
Mm,
topic. Thank
Thank
you, Nico.
you.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. So thank
thank
you
you.
everyone for watching.
Mhm,
YouTube, thank you for watching too. Facebook,
mhm.
thank you for watching. Don't forget we're on Spotify with our podcast as well.
Yes.
So check us out.
Yes. Go like the YouTube page and share it.
Yes,
We thank you.
yes,
Well, hey, Sean.
yes,
You better be laying down. Oh, gosh. I love you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate
yes. Thank
you.
you all, and we'll see you all next week, 7 o'clock.
Ta da.